Welcome back everyone to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from the rest. Today's video is going to be explaining my $4,000 cologne collection. So yeah, some people might say that it's absurd to be spending this much money on colognes, but honestly, if there's a passion or hobby that you truly enjoy, it doesn't matter how much money you're spending, as long as that you're enjoying your hobby and that you're not harming anyone. So yeah, let's get started in today's video. Alright everyone, here it is, the $4,000 cologne collection. Alright, let's start off with Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme. How would I describe this fragrance? As the best first impression type of fragrance. If you're gonna go meet your girlfriend's parents, this would be the perfect fragrance to wear. Also a really beautiful date night fragrance, very clean, very seductive. Right, the next 4 fragrances. The first one we got is Spice Bomb Night Vision by Victor and Roth Eau de Parfum. This is a pistachio type of fragrance, like a sweet pistachio type of fragrance is the best way that I would describe it. Same as the other version right here. This is the original Spice Bomb by Victor and Roth. How would I describe it? Imagine the forest, a snowy day in the forest, like the smell of trees. It's not very an oud fragrance, but that's the best way I could describe it for anyone out there willing to get it. And here we got the Eau de Toilette version of Victor and Roth Night Vision. This is the Eau de Toilette, which basically means that it's a lighter version. This is the stronger version. So yeah, how would I describe it? Same version, but this is like a lighter pistachio with some notes of lemon, and that's the way I would describe it. So this is the best flanker out of the 3. Victor and Roth Spice Bomb Extreme. This fragrance is a little bit of a more dirty type of version of Spice Bomb. It's a little bit less piercing than the original, but not in a bad way that it's dirty or that it's piercing. It just means that it's a little stronger than the rest. Alright, moving on to the Chanel side. We got Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This cologne is perfect when you're just chilling any day, or if you're just at home or going to school. This is probably the best sort of like school type of vibe. Moving on to the original Allure Homme. This is actually a little bit stronger than the Eau Extreme, believe it or not. So yeah, this is around the same sort of vibe. Very like a sporty fragrance, like a nice talky sort of smell, very clean. You can wear it to school. Moving on to another flanker, Allure Homme Edition Blanc. This, how would I describe it? Like a cake, a lemon cake type of fragrance. Low-key, on the low-key sweet side, but you know, it's actually very nice, and it's a good, would I say that it's a good like blind buy? Possibly not, depending if you like sweet fragrances. Alright, moving on. We got Bleu de Chanel. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is the lighter version of this is the original version of Bleu de Chanel, I mean. So how would I describe Bleu de Chanel? I would describe it as a, like, you know, this is like a perfect date fragrance. Well, not perfect, but you know, it works as a date fragrance. If you're gonna go meet up your girl, come with this and you'll be smelling good. That's all I can say. And we're moving on to the Eau de Parfum, I'm guessing. Yeah, the Eau de Parfum. This is around the same vibe of a fragrance, but I would describe it as a more like rainy day type of fall type of fragrance. You can wear this more in the fall. The Bleu de Chanel, the original right here, is more of a like a summer type of fragrance, since it's a little bit less strong. And here we got the one and only, the most basic one of them all, Dior Savage. How would I describe it? You can wear this anywhere, come on. Honestly, I've worn this a little bit, not so much, but you know, it works. Like if I would recommend one out of all of these and you would only use this for the rest of your life, this could work. Probably might not get outdated. but it works. Alright, moving on to my Versace side of my collection. Alright, you guys all know this. You're not supposed to drink this stuff. Versace Eros, the king of clubbing at the moment that I personally own. So yeah, this is a clubbing fragrance, very strong, piercing, inviting, very citrusy type of fragrance. And this was my first Versace fragrance, believe it or not. And here is my favorite Versace fragrance out of them all, Versace the Dreamer. A tobacco soapy fragrance is the best way that I would describe it. So yeah, this is it. This is one of my favorite fragrances because of the notes it has. You can rock this during the fall and winter time. Alright, the newest fragrance I've added to my collection is Versace Eros Eau de Parfum. So this is basically Versace Eros with a twist, like a 90s vibe, I would describe it. That's all I could say about it. It's very hard to describe the fragrance going off of improv, so sorry about that. I will make more in-depth videos in the future explaining the notes that they actually have. Versace Eros Flame is a version of Eros with a little bit of rosemary, a little bit, I wouldn't say sweeter, but with a different note, a different vibe, a more of a flame vibe, I guess you could say. Alright, moving on. Prada Luna Rosa is a this is Prada Luna Rosa, right? Yeah. Prada Luna Rosa, I would say that is a low-key imitation of Dior Savage, but I think that for a 2021 fragrance, this really goes up. This lives up. Like, this is a very nice compliment getter. Very sporty type of vibe. If you're going to the gym or just a casual day, you can wear this and it smells good. Alright, Prada Black. How would I describe it? A talc-y type of fragrance. Like a nice, clean deodorant. A low-key, cheap deodorant, but in a good way. That's how I would describe it. Right, moving on to Giorgio Armani. So we got Giorgio Armani, Aqua Digio by Giorgio Armani. This fragrance is low-key kind of annoying in 2021. I have it because I usually only wear this when I'm in the house, but it's a nice summer fragrance. But the thing is, please guys, so many people at my school wear this where they spray it like 8 times. Just spray it a max of 5 times because this gets really annoying and it's a little bit on the basic side. If you want to get yourself a Giorgio Armani, I would definitely recommend Aqua Digio Profumo. This is a little bit of a darker, more of a fall type, like a rainy day in February is the best way I could describe this fragrance. It's a better version, it lasts 8 hours. This lasts like around 3 or 5, somewhere around there. And then we're going onto the Armani codes. Armani code, how would I describe it? Like a sporty version of Dior Savage, a little bit lighter, a little bit that you can wear every day, but a little bit kind of basic. Then we got Cologne. This is probably one of the best low-key summer fragrance, an underrated fragrance to say the least. Very nice, very clean. Haven't worn it yet. Gonna make a video during the summertime about this. And moving on to my favorite side is the Armanis. These are the winter version, the winter/fall. Armani Profumo. This is like a warm, inviting, seductive hug. It's just perfect. A beautiful, sweet nose. Make sure to spray this only 3 times because it is very strong. I remember the first time I tried it, which ended up being a terrible mistake because I sprayed it on like 7 times. So yeah. Moving on to Armani Code Absolute. This is a little bit of a slightly cleaner version of Profumo with its own unique twists to it. So all of these could be close to blind buys if you really wanted to. Alright, moving to my other side of the Versaces, we got Versace Dylan Blue, a very nice daily fragrance that you can also rock on the day. It's very clean, the bluish notes, a little bit darker. Out of all of the Versaces, this is the one that I would recommend to all my teenagers out there. And moving on to Versace Pour Homme, same as Aqua Digio. Please spray this only like 6 times. If you spray it more than that, it really pisses a lot of people off. it just becomes annoying. So yeah, it's a nice fragrance, don't get me wrong, but these two are just like my daily fragrances. I wouldn't rock them anymore, low-key in public, maybe if you're like just going to the beach or something. And then moving on to a beautiful fragrance, Dolce & Gabbana, the One. This is a fragrance that you could wear every day and everyone would be fine with it. Beautiful scent, a very nice date fragrance that you could rock. It's one of the perfect date fragrances in my opinion. Alright, moving on to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Out of all the summer fragrances, this is the best one that you can possibly get. Make sure to grab the Intense. I would describe it as a rainy day in Florida. Very nice, very clean, very seductive. So make sure you buy this. Don't buy this or this. If I could recommend some summer ones, that would be right here, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, Still in Blue, and Cologne. So yeah. Alright, moving on to my low-key niche, like designer type of fragrances. Right here, we got oh wait, I forgot. Hold up, my bad. We forgot Mano Fresh. Mano Fresh is another nice daily scent. A little bit of a more lemony scent compared to Pour Homme. Like it a lot. It's probably another underrated Versace fragrance. Right, moving on to Tom Ford Ombre Leather. A nice leathery fragrance, a leather jacket, a bad boy type of fragrance. That's the best way I could describe it. You have to have some confidence to pull it off, so yeah. Moving on to Tom Ford Noir Extreme. If you're ever going to a fancy dinner, a nice date, or just trying to be different, cop yourself some Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Alright, moving on to Paco Robon. You got 1 Million Lucky. I would always recommend the flankers of 1 Million. This is a nice, soapy, fall, sweet fragrance that you can wear. That is just perfect for the fall time. A little bit more of a seductive version. 1 Million Privé. A little bit cleaner, a little bit sweeter, and a little bit of a more date side of a fragrance. Right, another Paco Robon Invictus. This is a little bit of a more childish tone to the summer fragrances, a blue bubblegummy fragrance that any teenager can rock too. It's a little different from the rest, so yeah. Last fragrance is Azzaro Wanted by Night. This is a little bit more on the, it's a little bit a more different type of fragrance. Like, how would I describe it? It's a very like deep note. There's a little bit like a twist, like a different vibe going on with it. It's like a version of Dolce & Gabbana, but with a little undertone to it. And yeah, guys, there you have it. That was the $4,000 cologne collection. Count them all up, and I think there should be like 34 colognes. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video.